right? So, you know, and then again, look at the how the higher powers keep the ones who are righteous in a place of escaping justice and gravitating toward love, truth, peace, freedom, right? Because if you miss the judgment, then you better go back to love and do it right that time. Because the judgment next time you might not get away, right? So he was in the army, right? And then got away, got back now, right? Got away, right? And then we have the stories of, you know, the people that they were going to fight just not taking out Asiatics. Like having an Asiatic in the scope and not taking them out just because. You know what I mean? You know, Muhammad Ali set the standard. You know what I mean? He set the standard. If he's not gonna go over there and kill his brothers, why would they kill you? If he's, you know, spokesperson for all the Asiatics or whatever, because everybody honors him or whatever. You know what I mean? Right? So you got out, came back, became a Mason, thinking that you were doing something noble and to help people. Now, how come you didn't say Freemason? Because a Mason is a mother's son. And you know, if you're a mother's son, that means Islam. And you're more. Freemason is go join the whatever Prince Hall and all that stuff, you know, organizational stuff. Operative, speculative, blah blah Mason. Right? That if you got those lessons, as soon as you go talk to Abdullah now, all those lessons that you got now become, you know what I mean? A whole new world now to you, Masonry. So it wasn't really for a negative. It was really because that was the path that you had to go through in order for you to get to Moorish nationality and birthrights. Right? You followed the signs. You didn't doubt. You followed the signs, and the signs led you to your prophet and your birthrights. And you can talk about it because you came from the army and stuff like that, which means that, you know, I know you got stories. Escaping death and stuff like that. Do you think that was because you were supposed to know about your birthright? Before you die, you don't know about your birthright. That's how serious this is. Right? I'm Hassan Ghazi Al Bey. Today at the TSA pre-check at BWI Thurgood Marshall Airport, to standing lovingly and intelligently on my square while enduring several inquiries about my identification, I was denied by TSA agents my right to travel to Khalifa territory. The agent's reason was they only recognize state IDs. I am responding to their inquiries without submitting to their jurisdiction intelligently. I already knew that by this trip being planned upon short notice, a writ to Peter Neffinger, TSA administrator, would not have corresponded quickly enough. Yet I am preparing to write a writ in lieu of this amazingly educational experience. Now, no aggressive energy transpired of any kind. The TSA agents were truly trying to be helpful, but their quote-unquote supervisors denied me passage. The security pre-check because My ID is unacceptable. Mother Rosmariah and Mother Annie E's voices were in my head the whole time. I took the experience as a means to fuel the writ, not just for myself, but for the nation. Thank you in advance for your energy and response. This is truly a testimony of having our writs precede our special appearance. Right? So, cause and then effect. Cause, wanted to go to Khalifa. Effect, lesson. Because you can get the energy, you know what I mean, riled up on some they denied and there, whatever, blah, blah, whatever. But, you know, lesson, writ's supposed to precede you. Somebody should have known that you were going. On the other hand, again, sign pointing in a direction, there are Moors who didn't let paperwork precede them that were able to get on, quote unquote, a plane with their nationality card and go where they wanted to go throughout Northwest New Mexico. Right? So, it's never ever a loss on us if we try to exercise and then there's an outcome not in our favor. The greatest outcome is not getting kidnapped. That's the greatest outcome. The greatest outcome is going up to these mercenaries and colonists, inquisitionists, who, you know, they had their torture stuff that they would do and all that. During the Inquisition, they know who the Moors are when the Moors are present. And they didn't try no stuff on you. No bend your finger and none of that stuff. I said that was a good day. That was a good day. Don't get kidnapped. Great day. Great. Be grateful. Thank Allah. Sister Mother Aktia Aset LB. I'm having problems with the format of the documents. I know to print 8.5 by 14 and in color. Computer generated title and straw name, but on the very last page, the very small words are on the 7th page. Can I change the font to 10 instead of 12 so that it fits properly to remain the 6 pages? Yeah, there's probably, when you download it, something might have shifted or whatever like that. So it's supposed to fit. So there is probably a line that's maybe double spaced somewhere. If it's only one line that's off to make it 7 pages, then there's just some line that's double spaced. You just have to do a check again of the document and just find that space and take that space out. This is UN report. Islam Moors, I appreciate the work you are doing. I was looking at Canaanland Moors Get Ready and Forced to, and I'm looking for that report you are reading. UN report, June 24th, 2016 session. I've been looking for it and haven't found it yet. If you could please send a copy via email, I would greatly appreciate it. So what you can do is you can can wait, and I'll definitely get that sent to you. And the source of the PDF, because we have to understand that the works that we have been doing as Moors, has been intensified as of late, right? There is a different energy in the message now, right? There's a different energy. Like, I mean, when you check, you know, voicemails or emails or whatever, and you recognize how much the people are really waking up to their birthright, you know what I mean? And you know, it's not that they want to know because they have a situation. They just really want to know because they want to learn. They want to know because, you know, they got children, and, you know, their children are growing up in these times, and they want to make sure that, you know what I mean, they at least give them some protection or whatever to deal with what is going on, right? You know, so it is a great time right now. It is a great time, especially again for Moors. Right? Especially for Moors. Because again, like, our nationality and birthrights is something that, you know, it's really like sleeping giant syndrome or whatever. You know, everybody's tiptoeing around because they don't want to wake up the sleeping giant. But, you know, only if the sleeping giant is awake are things going to come back to balance. You know what I mean? Because the sleeping giant's movement is what's supposed to stimulate, you know, the quote unquote, if we want to look at it, economy. But if the sleeping giants sleep, then there's no stimulation. It's just dead air, you know, like going in a mall. You know what I mean? It's just, all you're doing is just eating people's burp and poop and cough and sneeze and whatever else. You know, as I see the Asians have their masks and stuff, they have no smog that they're running from. They're running from people's germs and whatever. Brother Osei Bey, as a Moor, should I utilize the SSN number when applying for a job? Why or why not? I understand that the SSN program is voluntary. However, I also know I may face challenges in regard to that. So when applying for work, how should I navigate as a Moor? The way you navigate as a Moor is you learn to live within contracts. Theme of the night: learn to live within contracts.